Get ready for a deep and inspiring journey through one of the most meaningful stories in the Bible, the calling of Samuel by God. This narrative is not just about a boy hearing a voice. It's about how God chooses, shapes, and transforms lives to fulfill his eternal plans. In this video, we'll explore every detail of this story, the historical context, emotions involved, and the powerful lessons it brings to our lives today. It all begins in a moment of silence and expectation at the temple in Shiloh, a sacred place where the Ark of the Covenant rested, a living symbol of God's presence among his people. Samuel, still a child, had been dedicated by his mother Hannah to the service of the Lord, an act of faith and complete surrender. He grew up under the care of the priest Eli, who oversaw the temple and provided spiritual guidance. Despite the sacred environment, Samuel did not yet recognize the voice of God when he first heard it. It shows us something essential. God's call often comes unexpectedly, and at first, it may bring confusion and even fear. That night, the voice called 3 times, each time interrupting Samuel's peaceful sleep. Each time he got up and ran to Eli, thinking the priest was calling him, but Eli explained it wasn't him. Only on the 4th time, after Eli instructed Samuel to respond to the voice, did the boy understand it was God calling. Samuel's response, "Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening," is a powerful model of willingness and humility that we can all learn from. This moment symbolizes the beginning of an intimate relationship between the boy and God, where Samuel listens not only with his physical ears, but with his heart. Beyond the personal impact on Samuel, the call carries a serious message for Israel. God is about to act, correcting a path marked by corruption and disobedience in the priesthood. Through Samuel, God announces judgment, but also opens the door for spiritual and moral renewal. Samuel takes on the role of prophet, becoming the divine voice in difficult times. His calling marks a turning point in history, the end of the era of judges, and the beginning of the monarchy in Israel. As we continue through the video, we reflect on the historical background. The time of the judges was marked by instability and moral decay. Israel desperately needed a faithful leader to guide them, and Samuel was being prepared for that mission. He didn't just hear the call, he accepted the responsibility that came with it. His story is a powerful inspiration for anyone who senses a higher calling in their own life, whether it's in faith, family, or leadership. Another essential part of this story is the figure of the priest Eli. Despite his failure to correct his corrupt sons, Eli recognized God's call in Samuel's life and helped him discern the divine voice. This teaches us the value of spiritual mentorship. Many times we need someone to help us recognize what God is saying in the middle of so many other voices around us. Samuel grew under this guidance, and his relationship with God deepened day by day, preparing him to become a leader of integrity and a faithful servant of God's mission. The story also invites us to reflect on the importance of silence in our lives. In a noisy world full of distractions, how can we hear God's voice? Samuel's example teaches us that even in times of confusion or doubt, we must remain attentive and ready to respond, even if we don't understand everything at first. God's calling requires courage, faith, and active listening, not passive hearing. As Samuel grows and embraces his role as a prophet, we witness his deepening intimacy with God. He becomes a respected leader among the people and a powerful instrument in fulfilling God's will. His story challenges us to cultivate a personal relationship with the Lord, one in which hearing his voice is constant, and our response is immediate, even in the face of adversity. In the end, this story is an invitation for all of us to reflect on our own calling. God doesn't just call prophets or leaders. He calls every person with unique gifts and divine purposes. Have you ever wondered if you're hearing God's voice in your life? Are you ready to respond, like Samuel, with boldness and humility? Often the calling may seem small, but its consequences can change the course of your life and impact generations to come. So if you feel that God is speaking to you today, don't let fear or doubt keep you from answering. Say yes like Samuel, with faith, courage, and an open heart. God is ready to use your life to accomplish something far greater than you can imagine. Remember, just like Samuel, you are not alone. God places mentors, leaders, and companions on your path to guide you, help you grow, and strengthen your spiritual journey. If this message touched your heart, leave a like. Share it with someone who needs to hear this story. Subscribe to the channel. and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any content that strengthens your faith and transforms lives.